Yo, what up, people? It's Emmanuel for Altenor Media, back with another Power Recap review. This time we're looking at episode 4, titled, Why is Tommy Still Alive? Now, before we start, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure to share this video with your fellow Power fans. You know, we appreciate all the support and all the comments and the discussion every week, of course, so let's keep it going. So anyway, this episode opens with Ghost. No, first, we gotta acknowledge that I think the theme song, the opener with Joe, is officially back, because this is the second episode in a row. I thought it was only supposed to be the episode that 50 was directing, but I guess it's back permanently, so I guess when we come together, we can make some changes. Alright. So anyway, this episode opens with Ghost hallucinating about Angie. So Angela's back in some kind of unofficial capacity, at least for this episode. So all of y'all Angela fans, I got a little treat. I'm not really a fan of, like, the ghost appearances, no pun intended, on shows. But I guess this wasn't too bad. It wasn't great, but it's whatever. So, but this is really Ghost really reflecting on himself, really evaluating his innermost feelings, his innermost thoughts, his suppressed feelings. And he's really just dissecting the decisions he's making and how he's choosing to lead his life and all the decisions he's made in his life. And they're really coming out in the form of Angela. So this is really Ghost, looking within himself through Angela. So one of the questions that Angela tells him that, you came to me, you were asking about a witness. What would you have done if I was that witness? And Ghost gave her that look like, knowing that he probably would have killed her. He probably would have had to do what he had to do if she was that witness. So Ghost is really having a deep look at himself, and she asks Ghost, why is Tommy still alive? Why haven't you killed him? And that goes with the title of the episode. So now we're really seeing just how guilty Ghost is about everything that's happened, and how guilty he feels about Angela's death. And really him trying to kill Tommy, he's just trying to pass the blame off to somebody, because he hasn't accepted yet his blame or the blame that he feels he has in Angela's death and everything that's happened so far. But Angie, she got involved with him knowing damn well that he was a damn drug dealer, drug pusher. He was a kingpin. He was a murderer. So Angie got what she was looking for because she got involved with him. But ultimately, Ghost is trying to pass the blame off for the guilt that he ultimately feels inside. So he needs to kill Tommy to kind of, absolve himself. And we're seeing that. So now we see Tommy's mom is back. Her crazy ass. I'm still thinking about that episode when him and his mom were doing coke lines together. So crazy that they had Holly crazy ass freaked out. So Keisha and Tommy's mom are going to spend some time together. I might as well talk about that scene. So in the next scene that with Keisha and Tommy's mom, Cash comes home. It's just, the acting is just Cash and his mom. The acting is, I don't know, man. They working, but they trying, but the acting is just terrible. But anyway, Cass comes home and he's not saying anything to anybody, and then Keisha always yelling at Cash too. So anyway, he gets beat up, and then Keisha just jumps into crazy mom mode, and she wants to go beat up anybody who touch her son. And Tommy's mother notices this, and she's, first she warns Keisha not to do it because it could mess with Tommy's business. It could draw unnecessary attention to Tommy. But Keisha's like, nah, fuck that. Nobody putting hands on my son. They put hands on my son, I'm putting hands on them. So Keisha goes out, and her big booty follows her. And then, she goes to handle her business. So, and then that's going to lead to Tommy's mom telling Tommy that, Keisha is going to be a problem because she has a son. She's going to put her son first, and that could jeopardize your business. But I'm going to try to do this in order, though. So then we get to the scene with Saxe is talking to Proctor's baby mama, and they're going through the recording. So right now they have nothing on Proctor, James, or Tommy. That's been established from Saxe's conversation with the baby mama. So, but what they do have is her getting into it with Elisa Marie every day, every chance that they get. Elisa Marie and Proctor's baby mama are going at it, and she even you even hear her pimp slap her daughter, who told her she likes her better when she's high. So we see how trash of a mother, Proctor's baby mama is. So now his situation is really dire, and now we see just how trash Saxe is. He don't give a damn about nothing but getting James St. Patrick. He wants St. Patrick. That he's just completely overlooking the trashness that Proctor's, baby mother is. And he's still willing to, if she gets him info on St. Patrick, he's going to award custody to her. So Saxe is he just wants what he wants. He's a trash dude. He wants St. Patrick. He's focused on that. It's crazy how every season somebody wants St. Patrick so bad that they don't see anything else. They don't see any logic. They don't see any reason. They just want St. Patrick. The evidence could be right in front of them. They need St. Patrick, and Saxe is on his need St. Patrick shit just like Greg was, and we all know how Greg ended up. Anyway, now we got now Proctor brings Dre to Ghost now, and Ghost just completely flips the hell out. I don't think I ever seen Ghost that scary, that angry. Like he looked scary that moment. He was gonna fucking poke both Dre's eyes out with that pen. Like Ghost was like he looked like a actual killer in that moment. So that was a crazy moment to see. But now apparently since Dre is supposed to be working with Saxe to get info on St. Patrick, so Saxe is working with everybody. He got everybody he can working to get him St. Patrick. He working every angle. So, but Dre is trying to use that to his advantage. So he's gonna play both sides. So now he went to Proctor. Proctor brought him to James. So now he's gonna work with James. But now Proctor and James are gonna try to use Dre to stay one step ahead of Saxe and the FBI and all that. So, but James is not playing. The way he described what he would do to Dre if Dre crossed him. He said, I'm going to sign. He said, son, he's going to sign something in his skull or something. It was just crazy. But it was just a reminder just how crazy James is, just how much of a killer he is. Even scarier. Like, Tommy is reckless, but Ghost is a scary motherfucker. So what else we got? Now we got Tasha. She's finally ready to open up her daycare. That shit was quick. I know Tate and Ramona was gonna expedite it, but I didn't know they were gonna have it up and running that quick. That shit was like less than a week. They got that shit up and running quick. But now there's a new man that comes into Tasha's life. His daughter or son, one of his kid is gonna be registered at Tasha's daycare, and he's feeling Tasha. They kind of hit it off a bit, but you know what happens to any nigga that Tasha messes with. He don't know, but he got a death threat trying to get with Tasha. So, but we also find out that Ghost forged Tasha's name, and you know he stole Raina's trust money. Tasha was pissed the hell off about that, so Ghost just like Ghost be tripping. He be tripping. Now we see that Tariq. One of our commenters, you know, a couple of them pointed out, of course he was gonna rob Tommy's stash. So of course, Tariq robbed Tommy's stash. He took like 20, 30 pill bottles, filled his bag up, and now the Italians are pushing it for him. So he's back to working with the Italians. The Italians are back, but we'll see how that's gonna affect Tommy when Tommy finds out, that somebody stole his weight and that it's Tariq and that he's working with the Italians who Tommy's also connected with. And I just gotta mention that one of the dudes he called he said the big dude called him an Easter Island looking nigga. That was a good one. That shit had me rolling. If you know the Easter Island, that's what they got, like the big ass, really ancient, just rock statues with just the big heads. So look it up, you'll see it. That shit was funny. Okay, so now Tommy is trying to do his shipment, but apparently there's a water main break, and so he can't get out. And these niggas still got that ambulance that they driving around in. Like, it's smart, because who would expect an ambulance? But they still driving around in that thing. And Tommy he driving around in that thing like it's nothing. Ain't nobody trying to recognize him. No, he just pushing the ambulance. So this is another plot of Ghost just trying to kill Tommy. And this was like out of nowhere. That Ghost. Now this one was just like point blank. Tommy is driving the ambulance. Ghost gets in his car. He hits that shit. Boom. Drives right, smacks right straight into Tommy from the side. Then he fires dead through the window at Tommy and the other dude, the Neo-looking dude that he's with, trying to kill Tommy. So we see that his Angela visions, hallucinations, whatever you want to call it, those really prompted him to try another attempt on Tommy's life. And it was just, Ghost is a crazy motherfucker, man. This episode really showed just how crazy Ghost is again. Like, I didn't expect him to just do it like that. He just point blank tried to kill him once again, but he didn't succeed again. And Tate got a close eye on Ghost, so he again he let Ghost know, I can't let you fuck this up for me. Sorry, it's kind of hot in here. He told Ghost, yeah, I can't let you fucking up with my campaign, but Ghost let him know that Tommy is he probably was referring to Jason too, but not directly, but Tommy is a dangerous dude, so he's doing it for the campaign also if he gets rid of Tommy and all that. But now we're starting to really see how connected Tate is, how, Tate got a little bit of power. He got the NYPD, a lot of people under his wing. So Tate is not a slouch in his own right, but he's running for governor, so he has to really be careful about what he does. But Tate is no slouch. Yeah, so Ghost still trying to kill Tommy, so of course Angela's still fucking shit up even from the grave. Like, she got Ghost doing crazy shit, even from the grave. So, yeah, I talked about Tasha's new man. Of course, she referred to Ghost as her ex-husband. And that whole situation. So now we see Jason pulls up on James at Truth, and now he's he could tell that from the whole thing that Ghost pulled when he tried to kill Tommy. He sees just how connected and useful Ghost is, but so now he's really encouraging Ghost to kill Tommy so Ghost could be his distributor, because he sees the connections that Ghost has that could be really helpful to him. So he's really pushing, unless Ghost wants to pay him that money. He knows Ghost can't afford to keep paying him, and Ghost told him that he can't afford it to keep paying them dudes. So he's trying to convince Ghost to become his distributor, and all his money problems, everything will go away. He'll never be short of money, Jason told him. So now Ghost has a choice, but Ghost is really not trying to get into it, or at least he's not trying to say that in front of Dre, who's now officially working side by side with Ghost. Again, this dude, Dre, is a survivor. He's back in the fold once again. Like, Dre has worked with and for everybody. This dude is a survivor. So now we had a scene where Dre found out where Maria was, the huge witness that's dating back to the first episode of season 1. And he gives Ghost Proctor the location. Ghost gets the location, and Ghost goes with Dre to the location. So up until this point, you're thinking Dre, he's been somewhat straight with Ghost. But now at this point, once he gets to the spot, he lets them know that Ghost is strapped, and then he lets them know, to get there quick, because Ghost is about to kill her. Ghost runs into Maria, and she's like she's absolutely terrified and crying. She did really good in that scene, the actress, because she looked absolutely terrified, mortified, like she was staring at death in the eyes. So Ghost is putting on his gloves, looking like he's about to kill her. He pulls out, instead he pulls out an envelope, and he tells her, revenge is not going to solve your problems. You know, it's not going to make you happy. It's not going to bring the person back. So I'm going to give you a second chance, and then just, you know, for you to start a new life. So instead of killing her, he gives her money, and then he leaves. So, but Dre already called them up. So Jay has to again tell them that Ghost didn't kill her, so to fall back. But I guess that scene now also represents Ghost fighting with his inner self. You know, there's a battle. He's trying to, you know, do things differently instead of killing her, which he probably would have done at, you know, before. He probably would have killed her. But now he's trying to do things differently. And also, he knows that Dre is... He knows that he doesn't trust Dre. As you could tell with his reaction, how he was kind of looking at Dre from the side, that he was playing it up with Dre also. That he was testing Dre, and he knows that Dre is up to something. And another crazy thing is the look that Dre gave when he saw Ghost, you know, putting on the gloves, and when he saw Ghost reach into his, you know, his coat to what he thought was pull out a gun. He was like, he had a horrified look on his face himself. Like, nigga, like last week you didn't just shoot Donovan point blank range while he was begging you for his life in front of your daughter, and now you got the most horrified look on your face, which is just crazy as hell. So yeah, now we find out that we have the scene where Tommy goes to visit the Italians to try to get them to push some of his way because he has excess. But, you know, they tell him they already have a supplier, and they show him one of the products. And then he says, you know, this is my shit. And Tommy is pissed off. And then come to find out that it's Tariq that's stealing his shit and pushing it to them. And he tells them, you know, that's my godson. You need to stop fucking with him right now. And Vincent, he gives Tommy a little bit of room, but he lets Tommy know, like, you're not going to come into my shit and tell me how to run my business. So him and Tommy come to a mutual agreement, or so Tommy thinks. So now, you know, we'll skip that. Tommy goes to visit Tariq at Choke now. And first Tommy is pissed off. He said, this is my shit you selling. And then now we see kind of a fatherly, a really uncle moment from Tommy, that type of, I don't think we've ever seen that type of moment from Tommy, where he tells Tariq, you know, you really don't have to do this. You have a good thing going on with this school. You know, he doesn't want Tariq in this drug business. And it's really interesting to hear Tommy say this, because Tommy is so into the business. He's so happy about the business. He doesn't see anything else but the business. Even when he reaches, you know, some crazy amount of millions financial gain, I don't think Tommy is ever, you know, gonna be okay with being out of the game. But he doesn't want that for Tariq at all. So we could tell, even, you know, with somebody like Tommy, you know, they know that, you know, this business is just, you know, it's not the way to go if you don't have to. It's not for everyone. But if you talk to Tommy on a regular, you would think that being in the business was just like any other ordinary job. But it was interesting to see Tommy, just so against his nephew being in that business. And again, Tommy still being that uncle figure to Tariq despite everything that's going on with Ghost. Ghost just tried to kill him early in that day, and he still has love for Tariq, like an uncle, like a son. And Tariq stole from him. Tariq, been stealing from him. Tommy will usually just kill a nigga for that shit, or at least stop fucking with them at all. But he's giving Tariq this unclely advice, so that bond is still there. It is still there. That's really for Tariq to really break that bond. So he makes Tariq promise him that he's gonna stop dealing. So that was a real good Tommy moment. It was really interesting. So what else we got? Yeah. Okay, so now Ghost goes to visit Tasha in her daycare center. I guess the daycare center is going to be one of the new sets now. So he's mad that Tasha took the money back, that Raina's trust fund money that he illegally took. He forged her signature. He told her, I work for that money. You didn't work for that money. Bruh, you did hella illegal activity for that money. So technically nobody worked for that money. But even then, Tasha was the one cleaning the money. She was there. She was riding. Tasha's the one that, it was her idea to put to get Kanan locked up. She actually wanted Kanan dead, but it was her idea to get Kanan locked up. So a lot of Ghost's success can be attributed to Tasha's support, but that's a whole nother conversation. Anyway, so they're arguing about that, and then Tasha's new man walks in. Well, he's not her man yet, but he's trying to be. So he walks in, but let's go back, because before, when they first met and he went back later that night, they had some wine and they almost, he started taking his clothes off. They almost got it in, but Tasha stopped them just before they started. So these two already got a little acquainted, and they got a date planned. So boom, back to Tasha and Ghost. They're arguing. Then he walks in. He doesn't know who Ghost is, and he tells Ghost, what's up, bro? And then Ghost just looks at him with like a stone face, and he could feel it immediately. Tasha could feel it. So, bruh, while he's walking into, he don't even know that he's probably looking at his executioner in the eye. And Tasha realizes, like, damn, like, he gonna kill this nigga. And Ghost, in his mind, he like, I'm gonna kill this nigga. And he don't even know. So Ghost and Tasha walk out and talk. And I think Ghost and Tasha walk out and talk, and Ghost and the dude give each other a look in the eye, and like Ghost is like, it's not going to end well with him. And Tasha knows that for a fact. So if he knows what's good for him, he's going to fall back, because Ghost is going to kill that motherfucker. So now, but okay, so now we get to the scene where Tariq he goes to visit the Italians. I think they called for him to come up, and Vincent just boom slams his head on the counter. And, tells him, is there anything you want to tell me? Tariq tells him no. Then he lets Tariq know that Tommy paid him a visit. And that, so he he's not a fan of being lied to. Tariq tells him he never lied to him. He just didn't tell him who he was. But he lets Tariq know it doesn't matter who you are. Nobody tells me who to work with. So apparently Vincent he's gonna keep working with Tariq. He tells Tariq to bring him twice the weight that he brought him before. He's gonna keep working with him, and he tells his man, he's gonna keep working with Tariq because he can use Tariq to control St. Patrick and Tommy, because they're both, they both love him, so he could use Tariq to control both these dudes. And then he said, if and when he wants, he could just kill him and take his stuff. So Tariq he's in danger right now, messing with the Italians. Is he in over his head? Now we get to the, and maybe that may bring Tommy and another thing that may bring Tommy and Ghost together. Maybe it tear them apart. What do y'all think? Now we get to the scene where earlier in the episode, Proctor drops a letter into his baby mom's mailbox when he goes to bring Elisa Marie to stay with her. So she opens the letter, and the letter says that she failed the bar exam. Now, the bar exam, without the bar exam, she can't start her new job. She can't get custody of her daughter. It basically fucks her entire life up. So I almost called Proctor Ghost, but he did do some ghost shit with this. So Proctor already knows that once he gets her that letter, when she finds out, she gonna go back to sniffing, snorting, or however she took that freaking crack or whatever. She rubbed that shit on her teeth, whatever. So she opens the letter, she finds out that, she failed the bar exam. So immediately she goes for her stash, and then she texts somebody up and tells them she need a new stash right now. Like, she put now in all caps, so the nigga knew that she needed that shit expeditiously, and she needed it expeditiously. So so now I might as well just run that whole thing down. So now she goes crazy with it, and then she's damn near about to overdose. Alicia Marie calls Proctor over and tells her, and tells the father she didn't know what to do. I bet you don't like your mother high right now, right? So anyway, Proctor goes over to her, and Proctor's about to call the police because she is like overdosing. But he hits the 9, he hits the 1. Then he sees her like she's about to start foaming at the mouth. Then he thinks about it. Then he just ends the call. He just closes the phone. He tells her, I'm not gonna let you take my daughter from you. So Proctor, now she's foaming at the mouth, and she's damn near about to die. So Proctor just lets her OD and dies. So this is an important moment, because this is like the first time that we really see Proctor do some shady shit on his own outside of his work. He's done some shady stuff before, but he's done it for like James or Tommy, something connected to his clients or his work. But now he basically committed murder on his own. So now Proctor's, he's official. He official now. Yeah. And you could tell from the scenes a little bit that Proctor is a little official. This is gonna change him. Like He basically killed his baby mama. He did what he had to do to get his daughter. So this is a big change for for Proctor's character, where he basically committed murder on his own. You know, there's nothing to really do with Tommy or Ghost or organized crime. Proctor did this on his own. But then again, now the camera closes in on the unicorn that's on his daughter's backpack. So they kind of caught him saying, you know, I'm not going to let you take my daughter. So if they find that recording, they can probably tell that he was with her before she OD'd. And by the things that he said, they could probably connect some type of dots. Maybe. But how are they going to find the backpack? Is the backpack going to be some type of evidence? You know, they may, if they go back to Proctor's house, she may take the backpack with her, and then Saxe is going to have to find a way to get the unicorn. So we'll see what happens with the whole unicorn. Alright, so now we get to the scene where Tariq and... But let's go back to Proctor a little bit. Maybe Proctor now, he'll better be able to handle dealing with Tommy now that Proctor himself is kind of a killer now. So maybe he'll be able to... He'll have more confidence against him. But anyway, now we get to the scene where Tariq and Effie are having, you know, one of their little moments, and they're talking about some art, and Tariq hits with some with some nice current, you know, talk about, you know, women, you know, being free to be whatever they want to be. You know, that was a smooth line. And then, you know, that leads to him and Effie having their first, you know, physically intimate moment, kissing. So maybe this is the start of, you know, something for them that's going to leak into Power Book 2. This is the start of the Effie and the Tariq and Effie story that's going to push the next series. Cool little moment for the kids. So yeah, now Tasha's school is officially open. So her new man, her new interest, brings his kid to the school, and then so he's trying to talk to Tasha again and trying to see about that date. And Tasha, knowing damn well that Ghost is going to kill that man, tells him that she can't be with him. She doesn't want to be with him. He not knowing, he's probably thinking it's a simple, you know, situation of ex-wife, ex-husband. You know, he's just a regular crazy ex-husband. You know, who just, you know, who has a bad attitude. He doesn't know that James is a killer yet, probably. So he's thinking, he tells her, you know, I've dealt with dudes like this before, but I can handle it. But Tasha knows damn well he can't. So she has to be more direct with her rejection of him and lets him know that, no, you can't. But tell me why he doesn't know. Why wouldn't he know who James is? James is like, he's been all over TV. He's been, you know, questioned for multiple murders. I'm sure he's all over the news now. He's working with a gubernatorial candidate, a candidate for governor. So you got to know who he is. But I guess he doesn't know the extension of. He doesn't know that Ghost is a damn killer. Ghost is a serial killer. Ghost will kill you at the drop of a dime. Yeah, Tasha knows that Ghost will kill this man, so she's not trying to. I guess that's kind of sad that is she ever going to, is Ghost ever going to let her move on, or is he just going to keep killing? Is he just going to kill everybody she fucking with? Oh, man. It's crazy. But they're supposed to be pretending to be married anyway, so this won't really be a good look for her to be with another dude going out if they're supposed to be a happy couple. So in that sense, Tasha, you agreed to play the role, so you gotta play that role. You can't be out here with another dude until all of this plays out, until Tate is getting sworn in, hand on the Bible up. You can't really, you gotta stay alone for now. But that don't mean Ghost gotta kill him though. So what else? So to really end this episode, now we see Ghost is talking to himself in the mirror. But he's talking to Angie, but he's talking to himself. Now we see him, the Angie manifestation turns into him in the mirror at the end, where he admits to killing Silver. So all of y'all people who think Silver is alive, Silver is dead, it been confirmed. They confirmed it at the Power premiere that Silver was dead. But now it's official. Ghost actually said he killed Silver. He killed dude. So he admit that he killed Silver. He admits that Angie's death is his fault, and that he should have walked past her when he first saw her at Truth that night. And he admits that, he's blaming Tommy, but it's not Tommy's fault, and he wants to stop this whole thing with Tommy. And then, he points to the fact that he's trying to change and do things differently. He said that he didn't kill Maria. He instead gave her money to start over. And then, Angie tells him that, he's gonna kill her though. And then the episode ends. So now Ghost is this internal conflict with Ghost continues, and that's gonna keep driving the remaining episodes of the series. Ghost wrestling with his inner self, with the evil that he has and the man he wants to be. Can he be that man that he wants to be? So it's not just about getting out of the game. I think it goes beyond getting out of the game for Ghost. He has a lot of inner demons that he's battling and that seems like he's trying to overcome, but he can't. He always gets pulled back in. So this episode was it was good, even with the Ghost Angela. Like I said, I'm not really a fan of those, but it was a good episode. I'm looking forward to next week. Anyway, let me know what you thought about this episode, and let me know what you thought Angie's presence represented. And again, make sure to please subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Make sure you share your thoughts on the episode and share the video with your friends and all that. And we'll see y'all again next week. Peace.